IGN lays off some staffers right before the Game Awards. Now, the largest gaming fake news publication has cut people across multiple departments. This is like a double whammy. Not only does it show how little anyone cares about the Game Awards anymore. I mean, shit, the only thing anyone's talking about is fucking Bill Clinton now, right? No one remembers anything except for Tekken 8 apparently had a good showing. And I guess, Armored Core 6 being officially announced and coming to PC, that's good. But other than that, everyone just talks about the memes. But so you got that angle of this, and it also shows just how much of their own audience these fake news game journalists have driven away. I am in full agreement with Neon on this. Actual fans, actual fucking gamers don't go to these rags for their information anymore. They've been chased away. They've been told, oh, gamers don't have to be your audience. Remember that? So now that the only people who would have cared about an event like the Video Game Awards, they're not visiting these sites anymore. Like, there's no need to keep those people there working on it. Right. IGN, short for ignorant, the biggest gaming news outlet in the world, not if this keeps up. But then again, the others are laying off too. Laid off multiple staff members today, according to twats from current and former staffers. Oh, how sad. Kotaku was able to confirm that the current IGN employee has that at least 10 people were let go, 3 of whom were from engineering. What did IGN do that requires engineering? Maybe a web developer? GameIndustry.biz reported that these cuts across content engineering and ad sales are part of a larger restructuring across Ziff Davis, the digital media company that owns IGN. This is going to be just like we've seen with some of these other big umbrella companies. They're going to start merging some sites together. And IGN is still pretty big. So IGN as a whole might survive, or as a brand might survive. They're probably going to merge some other websites under their umbrella into the IGN brand. But that doesn't mean that IGN employees are going to survive the merger. IGN is the biggest brand. So they're probably going to survive this. But what if the company would rather keep the employees from the other brands? So it's almost like what's happening right now with with Funimation. Remember, they basically got rebranded as Crunchyroll Dubs. Man, it could go either way. Weirder things have happened, but point is, there's going to be redundancies. All right, it's ghastly that people are losing their jobs literally weeks before the winter holidays. No, you want to know what's ghastly? That these same people have been allowed to destroy the industry they're a part of for so fucking long. That's what's ghastly to me. Like, remember, these game journalists, these are the same people that, like, they're bitching and whining led to Dead or Alive Extreme 3 not even having a Western release. But even that wasn't enough for them. Even though the game never even launched in the West, these game journalists went out of their way to import the game just so they can shit on it. And you expect us to feel sorry for them when they're gone? Not to mention their constant lying and launching false accusations against the actual fans, creating this hostile environment. No, man, fuck them. Like, one of the main reasons gaming is such a dumpster fire right now is because of the game's journalists and how the companies would rather listen to them than their actual fans. Not only will I not shed a tear for them, I will celebrate when they're finally all gone. When they can finally fuck off and ruin someone else's industry and leave ours alone. And nothing of value is being lost. But even from a cold business standpoint, it seems odd to lay off staff right before one of the biggest industry events of the year that no one cares about anymore. Covering the Game Awards is already a Herculean task. I imagine it's much harder shortly after a newsroom loses multiple colleagues. It's okay, no one's going to watch it on IGN anyway. Kotaku reached out to IGN for comment about the extended layoffs, but did not receive a response by the time of publication. Yeah, just like Neon said, they're competitors. You really think they'd give you a response? No, I don't. The layoffs came unexpectedly, according to one video producer who lost his job. I feel especially stupid because I was working on the next-gen console watch until 2 a.m. yesterday, working to make sure nothing slipped through the cracks like art wrecks or anything. So twatted Alan Torres. The next-gen console watch is an IGN video series in which guests discussed the news and rumors around the Piss Nickel and the Xbox Series X and S. Wait, these consoles are 2 years old now. Are they still called next gen? No, they're current gen. Stop trying to pass off 2-year-old shit as next gen, okay? Yeah, enough with the deception already. But I do feel for this guy though. I do. Like I'm going to put my disdain for games journalists aside. If I was in this position, like if we were in the middle of some massive workload and I stayed up till like 2 a.m, I worked like a 16-hour day to get shit done, and then I came into work the next day and got fired, I would be fucking furious. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pissed off. Like, dude, I literally worked 16 hours yesterday to make sure all this shit goes right, and I come into work to a pink slip. Okay, so I understand why this guy's mad. I would be fucking pissed too. Current year has been an awful year for media layoffs. No, it's been a great year for media layoffs. Like it's all relative, guys. All right. What is this? Fake geek sites pretending to be gaming sites like Polygon was among the Vox Media properties affected by layoffs this summer. Good. Was the esports bait and switch G4 suffered dozens of job cuts in September? A day later, Tencent fired several Fanbyte employees, including members of its senior editorial leadership. Okay. If your company is doing bad enough that you have to fire a bunch of people, I think you should start at the senior editorial leadership, because it's the senior leadership's decisions that led to the company, having to fire people. I love how they just have this as an afterthought, including members of its senior editorial leadership. No, they should be the first to go. If a company went from being profitable to being on the brink of bankruptcy and you have to lay people off, start with the decision makers at the top. Because I doubt the reason the company is in that position is because of the grunts that were just following orders. In fact, from personal experience, I'd be willing to bet that some of these grunts were trying to warn management that this was a bad idea, and they were just ignored or threatened even. So digital media has always been an unstable industry. Yeah, and the venture capital runs out. Huh? It wouldn't have to be this unstable if you didn't turn on your own audience. Like, imagine if you didn't stab your own audience in the back. They'd be more than willing to help you. Just don't be a piece of shit, or be a piece of shit, just not to your own audience. But record inflation and economic uncertainty likely haven't helped matters. Now, do you want to dance around the issue that it's because of the candidate you guys supported that this is happening? That's yet another reason why I don't really feel too sorry for him. Despite all their bitching about Orange Man, like, we were energy independent, the economy was doing great, there was no new wars being started. And they didn't like that. They didn't like living in a booming economy during a time of peace. So no, we got to get that Orange Man out. And now they're bitching about the results of their decisions. The last widely reported layoffs that occurred at Ziff Davis, IGN's parent company, occurred in current year -9. But that's just the widely reported ones, though. Yeah, there's got to be there's more. They just weren't widely reported.